Alright, welcome back everyone to the Darksiders Warmastered stream playthrough. Alright, so now we're heading into more of the open-ended parts of the game. So, we're about to, there's going to be a lot more collectibles from here on in that we're going to have to find everywhere. As there's souls, more crap to get us souls everywhere. We actually need one of these cards. So... Let's put it down the circle. Leave one intact back there. There's one over there. Okay. So this is one such upgrade you're not actually supposed to be able to get until you get the dungeon or the item from the first dungeon. As you can see up there. There's like an explosive thing. The first item of the game allows you to set that off, and then it blows up, and you can get up there. But because the explosives actually are technically active, unlike some other ones, you need to do a little thing where you activate it. You can use a car, like such. Will make it blow up, and we can get up here. It's not the intended way of doing that. So technically a sequence break, but also, you know, one that's not, like, you know. And so this is, like, collectibles. So this is a piece of your abyssal armor. A piece of blood-forward abyssal armor. Collect 10 to complete the set. So we just bring up our menu here. Yes, it gets you an armor upgrade that doubles your defense. I believe it does something else as well in relation to attack. I'm not quite positive. And it also gives you an absolutely bitchin' makeover. Like, it's technically, it gives you a new costume. But the costume's permanent, also. Once you've unlocked it in one save file, in any subsequent startups, you can start your playthrough with abyssal armor. Yes, technically. But you can do it for any mode at all. So, like, if you want, you can technically complete this game on easy. If you're really that much of a pansy, it's not that hard. It's really fucking not that hard. But if you're that much of a pansy, you complete this game on easy, collect the abyssal armor using a guide on YouTube, then start the game on apocalyptic with double defense. Personally, when I... Even for starters in this game, like, I don't even know when because I was, I don't know how young was I back in, I don't know, probably, I don't think I was, I think it was like 18 when I played this, to be honest, so then it would have been 2009 probably. I don't know, I'll have to double check that a little bit later. I probably should check that in between our parts here, but I didn't do that next time. But yeah, so the easy mode is like, I know I initially, my first run through was probably on easy mode, but that's back when I still was playing most games on easy. But I eventually got to the point where now I just, I just play all games on normal or hard. Exactly. That's why it's called normal. Oh, Tyler, you just lost connection to our party. Just hold up. A little bit of technical difficulties here. We're just going to have War God Slayer reconnect to our party real quick here. I don't know if you guys will see that notification on the YouTube, but yeah. Technical difficulties here. at the negative zone playthroughs. Oh, it said you joined, but then you backed out. Oh, there we go. Alright, here we go. We're back. Only microphone audio is being broadcast. That's odd. Both microphone audio and gameplay are being broadcast. Okay, there we go. Technical difficulty. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We got pretty good information. So, oh, we just found another Vulgrim place. So. Well, it's mostly just because we only have, like, the big three. We have, like, Rogers Bell and what's the other? No, there's one other big name internet company up here. We don't have, like, a lot of different providers, so they really don't, they're not as obligated to provide decent service to, like, a broad audience. They'd just be like, okay, this is what we offer, it's really overpriced, and that's what you're getting. It's the way some things are up here. But yeah, no, this game is just, you know, was one of those games that I think I ended up was a part of my transition to overall playing games on harder difficulties. God of War being another one of them. I'm trying to think of what other games I started playing on higher difficulties because of, you know... I guess Dragon Age was probably one. It was around that time I started playing Dragon Age 2. All those games on PS3.
Do you know what's imprisoned here? There are things even you should fear, horseman. Once you were strong, but now you are weak and you are alone. The Destroyer knows of your coming. Even now, he moves his legions against you.
Then I'll make this quick.
Take this fight!
Actually, you know what? I can actually cite the game that turned me on to normal. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, because the easy mode actually locks you out of being able to do a lot of RPG things that those games had, where it's like, you know, you want to customize what stats to upgrade and stuff like that. The easy mode that game actually locks you out of doing stuff like that. It auto-upgrades all your heroes for you. And it pissed me off when I rented it, so I'm like, okay, I'm not letting this on easy then. And then I didn't find it that difficult, so I'm like, okay, it's not bad on other games.
I will take your head! To my side, dogs!
That was sort of a standard thing for a lot of games. It's sort of like any handicaps in the God of War games, it locks trophies for you. Like, you can't play with, like, special costumes and stuff. But I think that's only 3, actually, that, like, 3 was the only one that really did that. And then, obviously, the, what's it called? The Origins collections with a PSP, because some of those costumes absolutely broke the game. But obviously 1 and 2, well, some of the costumes in 2 actually kind of broke the game, so I don't know any of those. I know the ones in 1 don't. Sadly, we do not get to keep that axe. Yeah, so this is where Sameal's in prison. We're about to free him. Yeah, I remember coming back to this game, my second playthrough on normal, and I did not find it difficult at all, and then I was just like, oh, I might as well go and play it on Apocalyptic. And, you know, once I was recognizing patterns and stuff, I really wasn't having much trouble. Honestly. Yeah. Oh yeah, Devil May Cry. Well, Devil May Cry, it's kind of, to a point, it's part of, you know, getting longevity out of the games, because you want to replay on higher difficulties to unlock more stuff, and also, in some cases, the easiest difficulties in Devil May Cry actually didn't have certain enemy variants in them. Like, I want to say it was 4. There's a certain enemy that there's only one of in the mode, but then when you get to hard mode, they're like littered throughout the game.
War. Are you here to play execution? They should have sent all 4 of you.
I have no interest in killing you, Sameal.
Ah, the Destroyer. He's beyond your reach, beyond mine.
Has prison made you a coward?
He smirks at him.
Perhaps there is a way, but you will need to get inside the Destroyer's spire. The tower is guarded by 4 of his chosen. Bring me their hearts, and ask me no questions. My reasons for helping you are my own.
Where can I find these guardians?
First, seek the Twilight Cathedral, where the Bat Queen Tiamat has gone to roost. The whole of her domain is a blistered inferno. By land, you will never reach it. Find the high ground with this.
And so now we've got our glide power up.
And bring me her still beating heart.
So now we've got our main sort of MacGuffin objective, which is very hearkening to Legend of Zelda, where you want you to collect pearls or something like that. We need to collect the hearts of the 4 lieutenants of the Destroyer, their guardians, or I can't remember their names right now. Chosen, the chosen of the Destroyer. So we have to go to 4 different, just hand in the trophies. So we have to go to 4 different dungeons eventually. There is no option from which one we can go to, so here, let's... Yes, it's set. The game doesn't give you... It's not like Legend of Zelda in the sense where you can choose where to go to. The world is still pretty open, but it opens up once you've actually completed areas, that's the thing. Like, at certain points when you're in an area, you're stuck being there. But once quick travel unlocks, you can actually technically leave and then come back to where you were if you want. So we're actually going to go back to that place we were talking about, and I think I can get it because now we have this power. I think it was, what, Nightwing or whatever? And so this is where you just start Shadow Flight. So there's passive abilities which are going to be like different things that just sort of upgrade mobility and things like that. And then you have your actual gear, items, and equipment stuff that you will, you know, equip via the directional stick. The nice thing about this game is because you do farm, enemies, you know, obviously. Okay. No, I don't think that. I'm going to give this a couple attempts. I'm not going to waste too much of your guys on this. Again, it has been a while. Yeah, the stuff over there we cannot get to. We need a later upgrade that will allow us to use that to get across there. Ow. But I know once we get to one of the areas up ahead where the next Vulgrim store is, there's a lot of souls, and we should be able to get our sight there. I pressed jump, I guess after I had already lunged forward. Give myself a little bit of breathing room then to move forward. There we go. See, I'll spoil it, and there's a upgrade we get at the end of the game. You see that point thing that we have there that we need another upgrade to use? There's another item that makes one appear right up here in the middle. And that's what allows you to get across easily. Yes, technically. See that? I believe that right there, that little bar, was actually their way of saying, hey, if you're careful here, you can get this early. I don't know if that's the way Vigil Games intended it, but, you know, it's possible. Vigil Games, yeah. It's THQ Nordic now, but Vigil Games was the studio under THQ that made it. Technically, this game was still, you know, it's actually, even on the box, it's still credited as a Vigil Games game. Now, I don't know if, so this is a little bit of history. As many of you may know, if you're at all fans of the series or know anything about THQ going bankrupt, Vigil Games was one of the game studios that they had at their disposal, which were responsible for a couple miscellaneous titles, but most notably the Darksiders series. When they went under, at first it didn't look like anyone at all was going to pick up these IPs, and they were just going to sort of, you know, disappear into the ashes. Nordic Games ended up picking them up, which were a much, you know, smaller producer, I guess, who were known for some other titles. I believe they're technically a European. I believe they're a European producer. Oh, so these are the other things we're about to be introduced to. These are for the Shadow Flight. They launch you upwards and allow you to get more height. They're like air vents. But yeah, when they went under, they ended up picking them up, and what they did, then they basically they released, like continued printing Darksiders 2 for the PlayStation 3. And the PC and all that stuff, and continued to patch support for the PC version, which was running, you know, they hadn't really patched it too much at this point. The thing was, as time went on, it didn't really look like we were going to get more, but what happened is, even though the team of Vigil Games has been split up, some of the remnant teams, I can't remember the names anymore of the like the directors and stuff on the game, but one of them basically decided he wanted to start an independent game studio. It was named Gunfire Games, which then pretty much became comprised of former Vigil Games employees. Pretty much entirely. You can go and find them on Facebook. And the fun thing about Gunfire Games, they got hired by Nordic Games, the producer, to create remastered editions of Darksiders 2 for the PlayStation 4, Xbox, and of course, a much smoother version of the PC game, just reconstructed with all the DLC, so it's basically like a fun game. Yeah. And it also had a better, smoother frame rate, you know, much shorter load times, was not prone to crashing. Now, at this point, the nice thing about the PC version is it wasn't as prone to crashing because of all the patching that, what's it called, that Nordic Games have gotten on to. That was still technically, that was Gunfire Games as well. But the thing is, if you, like I said on the box, it doesn't say, what's it called? It doesn't say Gunfire Games. So I'm wondering if they're actually somehow, like, they got the license and the properties to name Gunfire Games Studio Vigil Games again. I don't know if that's the way that this has happened. Now this is something I have to remember to come back and do later. This is way late game. That's involved in another power up. So yeah, so I don't know if Gunfire Games is working with what is now called instead of Nordic Games called THQ Nordic, because they brought up pretty much any other IPs that they have left or that other studios have picked up, but then decided they didn't want So, the reason I'm so supportive of these games is not only because I just love them initially, it's because I really want to see a third title birth. If you guys are Darksiders fans, please, I would implore you to at least pick up these titles. This was only $20. Yeah. See, that was one of the main problems, is there was a lot of rush development when it came to the second game, and that's one of the many things, I guess, that can be attributed to THQ's downfall, but namely THQ got way too big for their britches. Now there's another trophy here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I need to find, I believe it's 2 more of these bats. I see one over there. Actually, you know what? I know a better place to do it, so I'm not going to do it here. There's a trophy. What you have to do is you have to do that. You have to execute, then from midair, you have to execute another. And you have to do that 5 times in a row. There actually is a place a little bit later on before the first dungeon that sets stuff for you very nicely. And here's another Vulgrim location. Now we're going to get introduced to so the warden guy, the guy we woke up before with this, the horn, the stone collar. There's going to be a little bit more to it this time when we want to get by where he is. We're going to be able to wake him up, but he's not going to be able to move, and there's going to be a little bit more to us getting by. Really could use some more. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Oh. See, usually by now I have half my combo things because the scythe would have been free, and I have the scythe. Like, I have pretty much all of my basic combat moves for Chaos Fever already. But because I want to get the scythe, so I have more options on what to upgrade. That's going to take a lot of souls. Yeah. Which end? Okay, I can start doing it. That's my health check. Wow, that's remember to get a good amount of wrath to actually powers. One of the main reasons why I think wrath is very, very optional in this game. There's a couple things I missed, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the giant guy because we're going to have to explore this entire area once we've talked to him.
Have come for the Destroyer.
My brother spoke of your coming, but a powerful curse holds me now. I cannot help you.
Any curse can be broken.
Yes, perhaps. These servants of the Destroyer walk unseen within the realm of shadow. By their blood we are bound. By their blood shall we be free.
I can no longer move within the Shadow Realm. Much of my power has left me.
You need not enter it. I will grant you the power to see into the accursed realm for a time. But to what end? What hope have we now against the destroyer's foul sorcery?
Hope will not bring you freedom.
This game actually has a lot of badass quotes like that. To talk a little bit more about visual games / gunfire games, these guys were huge.
Where these shadow lurkers hide and kill them all. They can't be that hard to find.
Yeah, to talk a little bit more about visual / gunfire games, they're huge RPG and comic book lovers and stuff like that. So you get a lot of this very sort of, comic-y style writing. But just overall, I absolutely love the way they handle all this stuff. So that takes me upstairs. I don't think I can break that, because I don't think there's a car around here. There's not a car around here. So as you can see, the difference is here. That one's not active, so I actually couldn't use a car to destroy that. Oh look, there's fire here though. So I need something to get this fire over there to blow that up. So we'll have to return this area to this area once we get a new item. So what we got here is nothing I can use. There we go, yeah. Oh. See, I was just checking to see if I could climb under there, and there was something else to go to. There was not. Let's see. Oh, wow, that's new. They did not have those in the other version of the game. Or at least I never noticed them. There were pillars, but I don't remember those. I don't remember Saruman being in Darksiders 1. Nah, maybe we'll play Lord of the Rings Return of the King later. We need a freaking HDMI thing if we ever want to record that shit, though. You should probably finish your first playthrough before we did a co-op, like, run of that. I would want to do, what's called War in the North. But we also want a second copy of that. Unless, of course, we're doing a split-screen playthrough, which we could do, because then, we can capture both people's angle on the one thing. Honestly, the way I look at that is it's a lot for one person to absorb when you got 2 people and stuff. Alright, so we got some fun little stuff where we're gonna go and kill some bitches. So these are like trials, actually, like little challenges that we have to do. And if we overachieve them, we will actually get bonus souls. I don't remember which one this is. Speed Brawl. Defeat 40 enemies within the time limit. Bonus souls rewarded for any time left on the clock. So basically, we just want to kill all these things as fast as possible. Again, like I said, if this is the original and you got the site for free, this would be a lot easier. I should have thought this one. Yeah, because the scythe would be really apt at just creeping through all of them. The scythe, spoiler, the scythe is like an area of effect weapon. I could start just spam executing, but that's actually, I think, the thing. Consumes time, and the slowdown that occurs there actually slows down time. That's one thing I love about Harpoon Tackle. If you knock him back in the air, you can still technically catch him. I don't know how much time is left, but... Ooh, that was good level. Yo, Saruman's everywhere in the game.
Can we do it again?
And so this is fun because now this is the first time we're actually trying to wrap. So, I'm at full health. Oh, technically I wouldn't be able to go back there anyway, so... should have just anyway, but yeah, whatever. I just really hope the third one does eventually get made, and I really hope they end up deciding to go with the co-op thing and it being about Fury and Strife. Like, if you actually want to see those two, in the second game you see Shroud, what's it called? You see silhouettes of them. And then the other time you can see them is actually in a comic book, right? There's a prequel comic book that launched alongside this game's release that I believe was also a pre-order thing. I need to be in the normal world to get the stuff that's down here, so I need to actually... I should have explored first before that was done with me. I forgot that a lot of stuff disappears in the normal world when you're peering into the Shadow Realm. The Shadow Realm. Freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! Up in this mofo. Time to duel. It's time to duel. The fun side. I'll send you straight to the Shadow Realm. You mean you're gonna kill me, right? You're gonna kill me. If you send me to the Shadow Realm, I will haunt your ass. I will destroy you. You best be killing me. Alright, well, oh, I hate this one. Kill 50 enemies before worth health. This is a pain in the ass. Oh, that was smarmy. I used one while the souls were still coming into me and it recovered me even more. fun little trick. I remember that. Hit by that. Another thing, whenever you're doing execution, you do have to use those frames. Ooh. I'm pretty sure the bonus souls were proportionate to how much health you had remaining before the challenge ended. So I had a good amount. My health, I'm pretty sure is full, but make sure. We've got 2 more to do. This is sort of the way the game works with the several dungeons you have. Like, this is the pre-dungeon area. It's not like Legend of Zelda where it's like sort of quest oriented. It's like, you know, I guess in a sense it's quest oriented, but you know, you work your way through an area to get to the dungeon. What do we got for this one? Kill 30 minions using only wars insta-kill. Oh, so we can actually do it here. That's the thing. We just have to direction ourselves and see ourselves properly. Yeah, let's get it. There we go. High flyer. So you can do it here, or you can do it before Tiamat Cathedral, which I will show you the area where there will be 5, right after the Griffin Block section, which has another trophy involved in there, which is probably the hardest trophy in the entire game. It's very, very tight. Once you kill a certain amount of enemies while you're... Yeah. Once you kill a certain amount of enemies while you're on the Griffin, it barely has more than the amount. And the Griffin's constantly moving, like old school Star Trek, exactly. And it auto-saves right after it. Like, so if you want, you have to quit out your game like right before the cinematic finishes playing, to be able to decide if you fuck it up. More or less, it's meant to be an obstacle is the way I view those guys in these ones, especially for apocalyptic difficulty, because of how hard they hit. Now, that was the second one. I don't really care. I'll just go after this. Oh. One more, and you're able to proceed to the next part of this area. Get me these souls. Arrow brawl. Shoot fires using arrow combos in the time limit. Okay. This would be a lot easier if I had Buzzsaw, but I do not. I have to be careful. It didn't take me really long. Oh, counter. Down there, counter. There we go. I didn't think the downward block counted, but I guess it did. See, now we've gotten one of our special abilities, another passive block counter. War reflective instincts are awoken, allowing him to counter physical attacks and projectile threats. Press R to for impact. Yeah, you have a guard in this game. I barely ever use it. You don't even have a guard in Darksiders 2. I'm trying to think of instances that it is inherently useful. Probably when stuff's using lots of ranged projectiles. Wakey, wakey, hands off your snakey. And, you know, get out my way. Even though I'm not going that way yet. The funny thing is, those guys actually get a lot more, like, world building. Like these guys, the constructs get a lot more world building in the second game. There we go. Now this is our first enhancement that we're actually getting. So this will actually increase damage from using like cars and stuff, and I believe it also increases the amount of souls we get from them. Yes. Oh. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's another fun thing about these things. Enhancements, if they have a passive bonus, the passive bonus is actually always active. And then the slotted bonus is the bonus that activates when it's actually placed onto the weapon, and it's activated for the weapon. If you actually look at our sword, it gives it, you know, some cool visual effects. Okay, so now let's start making sure we get everything from there. And there was actually one of the Easter egg boss, one of his encounters down here. I don't know if I'm doing it yet. Yeah, this game was a lot like, it had RPG elements in it, but it wasn't really, you know, an RPG, I would say. I wouldn't classify it as an action RPG, whereas the second game I actually would have probably classified as an action RPG because of the gear system and everything that was present. Yeah. Very much well on our way to getting this right, finally. And also this one. We have to pull. There's an artifact. So this will get us, I believe, another 500 from when we go to Baldwin. Get to my my current trade a little bit here. There is another navigation over here. Not sure. Look, they're not fun. As you can see. First time in the dark. Yep.
Nice sword. Old Vulcan's got something new for you.
The Harvester also reaps more souls from fallen enemies. Oh, so if I had bought in this first, it would have probably, based on the fact that it's 0.
Old Vulcan's got something new.
Oh! It might have knocked down the cost, but I can choose which one I want to equip.
Old Vulcan's got something new for you.
This one doesn't have much any benefit to it, though. I don't really think.
Greetings.
Yeah, so why would you not want to use, I guess, for aesthetic purposes? Does that mean when we get to the post-game, we'll have the option? Okay, a little bit of a spoiler for you and everyone out there. Near the end of the game, you actually get a replacement sword for Chaos Cedar. So I'm actually wondering if in the later game, do we have the option to go back to Chaos Cedar if we want to?
Please take your time.
Well, we'll learn eventually. Don't have much of any souls for anything. The air reaver lives, you don't really want.
Please take your time.
I don't really want that because I have to like, rock on and shit that. I want these two. Increase the range of this attack, that's good.
Nice sword.
I think what we want next is Whirlwind combo.
Oh, you like that?
But I can buy Orbital Slash for now, which allows me to chain to other people. Yeah, I think we'll save for Whirlwind combo. Or the upgrade for Harpoon Tackle, I don't know. One of those two. Yeah, and special cooler. Oops, that's the wrong menu. Yeah, so this is the upgrade I'm probably going to have on it for the next while. And I'm just going to use it for destroying just about any environmental stuff. I think I'm actually, my first focus is going to be getting more combo moves for this thing. Oh, I actually have that one? See, if once I get the upgrade for this, what it'll actually make it do is, like, it'll have a vertical range as well more. Oh, okay. So it's a pretty good idea to just keep using the site to get at least the killing blows on them, because then you're going to get more souls off them. there anything else we are missing in this area? Might be some chests in that one area, actually. Let's go back and check. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Because we don't have a Horde Seeker for this area, so we won't know if we've missed any chests just by looking at the map. We went down in there, we went this way we came. There's stairs up to somewhere? Oh, we also have plenty of these. God, so oh, life force. Probably for destroying the tombstones with the crosses on it. We'll go pick that up in a moment. So we'll need 2 more fragments and upgrade our health. Enough 40 dash thing to fight. I really want that. It is 900, so I need another 200 roughly. I think we've spent about enough time here, so let's get moving on to the next area. We're not going that way, though. I really wish we had our horse, but we're not getting our horse until much later in the game. That's one thing I liked about Darksiders 2. You start with your horse. Overall, the mixture that this game got, like the sort of genre and style and everything, I think was quite astonishing. Like, the amount of nostalgia I got from other franchises was, I want to say, almost overwhelming. Because like I've mentioned before, Devil May Cry, God of War, Legend of Zelda, like, all those types of games just sort of, like, mixed together in the weirdest way. Well, not a weird way, I guess, but like everything they put together to get that. Personally, in the second game, I have mixed feelings about the equipment system and the way they handled stats, but I like the second game. I just would say I somewhat partially prefer the first, to be honest. Again, more stuff we can get down here. I really should have played through on Apocalypse. Because I'm just not having any trouble. It's not that it's too easy, it's relaxing. I just could have handled the Apocalypse, and now there's one more trophy out of the way as well. I completed it. It would have been something if I could have just 100%ed the game on one playthrough. A lot, like, it was delayed in the first game, but it's more delayed, the pickups, like registering the prompt things. They're more delayed in this version than they were in the first one. Like, they were always kind of a little bit delayed, but honestly, it's like a couple seconds longer in this one than it was in the other game. If you're looking for it 100% though, Tyler, if you're looking for a platinum, pretty easy one. Especially because you can do it twice if you want to, which is pretty much what I'm doing at this point. I don't know if there's actually a Warmastered difficulty, like there is for Darksiders 2. There was a definitive difficulty, which I can't exactly remember what it changes. It's different from what Nightmare was in Darksiders 2. Because in Darksiders 2, Nightmare is like, you know, if you die combat death, save file wipe. But I know they changed that for definitive. But I just don't know what the quirks are of it. Yep. Hiding in plain sight. One more piece. And there's actually, I know there's one more upcoming before we get to the next dungeon. Or before we get to the first dungeon, I should say. So you can sort of tell with how frequently we encounter his shots that he's going to be the quick travel system. Oh, that's actually the one I want. I want the one that actually takes me in direction. Generates wrath naturally over time. Boost stacks energy inflicted by weapon attacks. That's 1,000, that's 5,000. So we'll probably get Weapon Master next. But we do, I believe, get another enchantment soon. We are now in the area where we're pretty much more or less at the first dungeon. We've got a little... We've got the Griffin section I was talking about coming up here. And then we've got the first dungeon. pretty sure another piece of life core is just up ahead here. You can actually see it over there. There's nothing back down there. You have to make sure you do it before you start heading over there, because you're going to not be able to backtrack over here. Okay, well, you want to play this way? Okay, let's play this way. Catch! Oh, yeah, I saw that coming. Well, that's a long trip back up. Fuck me. Yeah, we'll get to Twilight Cathedral, and that's where we're gonna be coming. These poor bats. They just need blood to survive. Well, no, they need to, like, suck it from my body. I wonder what kind of effect that would have on them. I'm not exactly a human. That's a story they don't really go into in this game. Because I'm a Nephilim, which is, you know, they go into that in the second game. Also, it's somewhat showcased in the comic. But not really. You figure out how War has pretty much a gauntlet for one of his hands, though. Death cut it off. He got really, really bloodthirsty after they exterminated the Nephilim, and then they couldn't control him, and then Death kind of had to step in at one point when he attacked the rest of them, and he ends up cutting his freaking arm off. And so that's why his giant magic gauntlet now. Oh, look! One of them again! Except I kind of don't have my chaos form. Shit. That's not good. Oh, it ain't. Oh, we gotta play catch? Yeah! I love catch! Oh, I'm not too good at catch, though. I'm sorry. We don't even have... That's one thing, is one of the pieces of gear we're gonna get later. Actually gives us, you know, some range to us. I'm gonna blow my horn at you. Yeah. See, it actually does knock them back. That's about its only use. It doesn't do any damage. Yeah, that's all it does. Well, that first swipe surely should have hit, but the second one should not have. So, the game made up for its own shenanigans. Charge. Oh, that didn't work. This boss fights are a lot louder. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Garrosh Hellscream. He kind of looks like Garrosh Hellscream. Because if you've ever seen Garrosh's shoulder pads, they're the tusks of Manarod. And the things on this guy's shoulders kind of look like tusks. And he also has the same color scheme. Oh, here we go. I love this execution. Oh! Punch. And we're just gonna snap your neck. And you're gonna go to sleep. Bye! Yeah, one hit from him in Apocalyptic takes away pretty much a whole health bar. Ooh, what's that glowy glue? Surprisingly, not something we're gonna have anything to do with it anytime soon. And so these are like Legend of Zelda's equivalent to doors. You need a key to open these. what manner you usually use. Well, key. So I didn't really actually talk about it, but we're about to be introduced to our third variant of chest, but I didn't really explain. The chest we saw a piece of abyssal armor in, that was our second variant of chests. In those types of chests, you will always find possibly an enhancement, like the thing, or the enchantments for your weapons. Like, you know, something like, you know, extra. Like, not, something that's not plot significant. These are usually for dungeon items. These are for things that are significant. Like, you'll find your Horde Seekers, your dungeon maps, or keys. Yeah, there we go. Beholder's Key. The eye keyhole? What? And just wait. Yeah, fuck your couch. Go couch. I'm Rick James, bitch. Unity. Yeah. We kind of stab it in the eye and then just force the eye to turn. Okay. I am going to try really hard to get this on my first try. I am probably not going to, though, because it is not easy. I am pressing all the wrong buttons. I just want to save it. If I don't get it, you know, sucks to be me. I'm going to save in multiple files, though. That way, I have one that I can reload earlier. Oh, it looks like the angels are in fact here. Where the fuck have you been? They're actually not called the, they're called the Helgars.
Some demon trick.
I know what I saw.
He's right.
Ooh, sure it is.
It's there, beneath the stench of this place. You can sense it, energy. Neither the White City nor the Black Depths. Something lost between.
Okay, now we get to play some Star Fox. That's literally more or less what this is. I don't know if you actually can. You might. I know there's like a guard thing. Yeah. So basically I have to kill X amount of things this entire thing. This game is way too sensitive. I'm realizing now that I'm actually trying to do first person stuff. Oh, that's annoying. Very imprecise slider. See, some things you have a very brief period of time before you're not going to be able to shoot them again. Like, yes, it gives you a home, or like a homing method, but they also don't kill them in one shot, so. Oh yeah, you can kill him. Or break the freaking shield. Ever. Okay. I'm probably not getting the trophy on this guy.
Instead of providing background commentary for me, well, I'm trying to focus on getting a freaking achievement trophy thing. Talk about the game, what it looks like, what's going on, Star Fox, anything. You ever played Star Fox, by the way? Oh, okay. Play Assault or Adventure or anything? To be fair, Adventure is not really too much Star Fox. I did not get the trophy. Boo. Oh. God, so 3 things.
I've missed way too. Yeah, if you go to the exit here. Yeah, that's a trophy by now, or else. I can't remember exactly how many things it is that I have to kill. But it's majority of the stuff that you see. And that's including the little guys, which are sometimes, you know, once they get too far. Yeah. I thought this was, I didn't think this was going to take that long. I forgot about those questions.
Tiamat, I assume?
Yeah.
Guess she wasn't up for having visitors today.
So as you can see, based on the bats, this is the next good place to try and do the high flyer. So this is where we're going to call it for the day, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope to see you all in the next one.